We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. On the visitor sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. This guy got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from South Florida. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat.
16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run here with the rookie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Miami.
That's another Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Tua, give it to Achan. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
Now,
4.
a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Start offense.
They get James Daniels that time. Tua gonna give this to Wright. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
In motion, it's Waddle. On 3rd down, they go with Wright. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, It's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on its stuff. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, teams around the league dealing with some early season injuries. No different here as we check out the key inactives for this one. Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. There's Mike McDaniel, his Dolphins getting ready for their next possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Head up. This is right. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Offense.
A run out of the gun with Achane. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
That one out wide to Achane. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
34-yard line.
The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds on the the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Airing one out for Bourne. This is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. But there is a marker down in the backfield, and they're already heading back.
Holding. Offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. On 3rd and long, here's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw now, May. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. It's 2nd down. We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle. So we're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From out of the gun, here's May. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Roberts delayed on the tackle.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Run the draw with Achane. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings
Ball
up
on the
2nd
40
and
now.
yard.
Here's 2nd and 1. They'll run with right. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Back on the ground and back to right. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
From the gun, here's Tua. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's now 2nd down and
A run here with Achane. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. Going up top. He's got it. And he will score. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Miami. That is first touchdown of the new year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins 7, Patriots 0.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. Wow! He'll take this up shy of the 25, but a penalty marker is down, and let's see what that's about. May now on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Jason Marshall on the covering.
A run here with Stevenson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Here's May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
On the return, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Tua gonna hold on to this.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll run, and setting up the reverse. No, he keeps it himself. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Williams on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
On the ground, this is right. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On 1st down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is May. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
May going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. We are through one. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back in South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Defended by Christian Gonzalez.
Tua gonna throw. He's gonna look for the home run ball. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. A carry here for Wright. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. Tua gonna give this to Wright. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. 3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
Here's Tagovailoa. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And And the Dolphins will open up a 13-0 lead.
Patriots, nothing.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild with young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now May. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's 2. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he finds Tyreek. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
32-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This is taken in at the goal line. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. From the gun, on third down, it's May. Pass completed to Douglas. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Whoa! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Play action. Tagovailoa. This one caught by Waller. Inside the 20. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. Gains an even 70 yards.
First and goal on the 40-yard line.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Right. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Third and goal. Now Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle.
Holding. Offense.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. There's Mike McDaniel, his Dolphins getting ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Tua. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front.
Offense.
Head up. This is right. Strong. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Run again with right. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
3rd, they need 8. To throw is Tua. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out just fine. The kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw now, May. Downfield, he's got Bourne. And he's taken down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. To throw is May. This one complete to Bourne.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Throw again is May. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. May to the air once more. That one taken in by Douglas. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for New England. May now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half, and try to build something going into halftime.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Zach Sealer. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregalas, for the Patriots field goal. That one is good. And the Patriots are on the board just before halftime.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's May. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Throwing now is May. He'll dump this out wide to Gibson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing on third down is May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
Here's Tua now on second down.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
fun here. 3rd and a lot. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That's on the veteran, Mike Owenu. May to throw on 2nd down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. On the give, it's right. He'll work forward for a couple. Harold Landry, they're on the tackle.
Made by Harold Landry. A 3-yard pickup.
In motion, Westbrook Akine.
At the 34-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 2. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
False start. Offense.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 7. A give here to Wright. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Keon White on the tackle.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Tua now on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. And now it's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 28.
They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
1st down. A 28-yard gain. 1st down, New England.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
May going to look to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now, May. He's got Douglas going deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. Patriots ready for the punt.
Formation for the Patriots.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And this is a slight improvement over the previous plays. Not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Third and long. Here's Tua. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Plays made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From out of the gun, here's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. And that is incomplete.
Nice pass. Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
At the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has the decision to make.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. He'll get about 2. Plays made on defense by Jordan Brooks.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is May. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Cole Strange, former 1st-round pick, guilty there. On 2nd down, it's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield.
Complete to Ramondre Stevenson.
And this is a great example of why staying on schedule and ahead of the sticks is so critical. Because even after that big 3rd down pickup, it's not enough for the 1st, and it brings up 4th down.
Taken at the 19. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. No run with Wright. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Tua. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Tua. Forced to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
10 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And you'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain. You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he overhit that just a bit. But it's beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. To throw on 1st down is May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and a yard, here's May. And that is incomplete.
May's pass intended for Stephon.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Teams has come up with the recovery.
You know, it's so hard to say what goes wrong on these bad snaps, Mike. You know, sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's concentration, sometimes, frankly, it's just bad luck and things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline, though, and they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
To throw now, May. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The former Nittany Lion, Chop Robinson. He gets into drop in for his 1st sack of the young season.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is May. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. A rookie out of Michigan, Kenneth Grant, having success early in his career. His second sack in these first few weeks of the season.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. The ball comes out. And the Patriots are going to recover. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And they'll take it in for the touchdown. Greg, they were looking for that big momentum moment, and the defense delivers with the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself trailing, especially here in the 2nd half, you're just looking for any spark, and you don't know where it's going to come from. In this case, it comes from the defense not only being able to force that turnover, take it back for 6, and start chipping away at this 2nd half deficit.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing now is May. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. To the outside, he's got Waddle. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back on the ground and back to right. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away.
Jake Bailey in punt formation for the Dolphins.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
We'll go right back to Stevenson. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. May to throw on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 16.
Working out of the gun. It's May. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Intended for Kendrick Ward.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Crazy. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. On the zone read, it's a give to Wright. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Somebody moved early up front. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the 37.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Dolphins first down. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6. Here comes 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. May gonna look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Out of the gun, here's May. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
He's got it! And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on what will be a big play there from 4th and long.
A gain of 40 yards. First down, Patriots.
Here's May again. Again, working deep downfield. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of
Here's a
yard on the
3rd
play.
down
Brings
and
up
4.
3rd and 4.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
Dolphins 25, Patriots 11.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. Maynard on 1st and 10. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. From 29, here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is May. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long.
Loss of 4 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and
Now May. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation, use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Patriots 11.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Stevenson. A gain of 12 yards. And the Patriots first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. This is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Second and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
May to the air once more. He's got Douglas going deep. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They're going. It's May. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And they will stop him short of the marker. But there is a flag here. And if this is on the offense, this will be declined. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
brings
They'll
up
try again here.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
At the Patriots' 35-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. Now Tua taps it forward. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brought down by Carlton Davis. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. In motion, it's Waddle. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
It's 4th down.
So a win here for the Dolphins. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.